Hello, my name is Suniti. Welcome to a practice of constructive rest. This practice is really one of undoing or unposturing. So we'll come into hopefully a very restful shape here on the floor, and we'll notice our weight, and we'll also notice areas of the body that might feel artificially light. And those light places often are areas where we're holding some tension. So through noticing and through being with breath, we'll invite those areas to come into movement, to undo into an alignment that has movement, or stillness that has movement. So let's just give it a go. So you're going to lie on the ground. I'm laying on a mat and a blanket for some coziness. And you might want something underneath your head. So as you're ready, just lie down. Bend your knees and place your feet on the floor. So there's some options here. You can widen your feet so they're wider than your outer hips, and then you might choose to let your knees come together. That's pretty comfortable for me, but it's not for everyone. So you're welcome to bring your feet more towards parallel. You can have your knees facing up towards the sky. You might also choose to place a yoga mat a yoga strap or any kind of like scarf. You can tie it around your thighs, and then that can hold your legs in position. And now if your chin is moving up towards the ceiling and the front of your neck is much longer than the back of your neck, then go ahead and place your head on a folded up blanket or a pillow so that the back of your neck can have some length. And find a few breaths here to settle. Check in with your arms. So one possibility would be that your hands would be alongside your body with the palms face down. Another possibility would be that your elbows would bend and that your hands would rest at the front of your pelvis. And now check in with your legs. And is there anything you could do here to be a little bit more comfortable? So I'm just noticing that if I could wiggle my feet a little bit further away from my pelvis, I'd experience more rest, more ease. So giving yourself permission to make any adjustments. To add to the possibility of comfort. Notice the areas of your body touching the floor. And allow these areas to widen, like you're melting. Imagine going into the earth, like you're offering your body to the ground. And imagine or feel the touch of the earth moving through you, like you're receiving the whole earth. Bring your attention to your breath. And notice movement. And now direct your attention down into your pelvic bowl. Notice the movement here because you are breathing. Notice if there's any areas here in the pelvic bowl that feel light, like artificially light. Maybe areas that have some tension. And what would it be like to remind these areas that there's support? There's support coming from the ground. Maybe support from breath. Support by what is both beneath and above. This area of lightness. So reminding the lightness that there is support. So in my own body, I'm noticing some lightness and also some holding in my hip joints. It's like my hip joints are more attracted to the sky than they are the earth. And so I'm bringing curiosity there. And feeling the earth. And then I'm noticing my hip joints, willingness to melt, willingness to come into relationship with the ground. Bring your attention a little bit higher up now to feel around your lower ribs. Your diaphragm lines your lower ribs. And of course, there's so much movement here in relationship to breath. And again, noticing weight. Letting this area of the body find the ground. And notice if there's areas of lightness or areas of holding or tension. And in a very loving way, show this area support. Like you're showing this area the ground, showing this area breath. Now let your attention open up. So resting and open attention. And allow for a moment here to demand nothing of yourself. To rest, to be easy. Be gentle with yourself. Now allow your attention to rise up more towards your middle and upper ribs. Again, of course, this area moves a lot with each breath. Explore how this area knows the ground. What is it like to feel your weight through the middle and upper ribs, and also the contents? Bring attention to any area that might feel held. And some breaths here. To potentially release these areas into support. Feel your head touching the floor. Drop your attention to the whole back half of your skull. Notice the roundness of the back of your skull. A roundness that's going into the earth. And bring attention to your cervical spine, your neck. And the curve of your cervical spine away from the earth. How does your neck and your head move when you breathe? You might find a very quiet rocking. With your felt sense, can you follow the transition between your skull and your cervical spine? Where does skull become spine? And is it possible to release any tension that might live there? Or to show the area of tension support? And sliding your attention from your neck, your cervical spine, to your thoracic spine. And again, there's a transition there where the thoracic spine moves towards the earth, curls down, curves down. And again, there's movement. You might find a rocking with the breath. Notice the place of transition between your neck, your cervical spine, and your thoracic spine. Slide your felt sense down towards your low spine, your lumbar spine. This part of the spine curves up towards the belly. And again, feel into the aliveness here, the movement and weight. And we break up the body in different parts, but the body knows itself as a whole. So feel this place of transition between thoracic spine and lumbar spine, the curves, the turns. But the whole spine knows itself as whole, as connected. Traveling down, following your spine down towards your sacrum. Your sacrum turns towards the floor as arching into the earth. And then at the bottom of your sacrum's base of the spine, you have the tailbone, which curls forward towards the pubic bones. And follow your whole spine now in the curves of your spine. Sacrum towards the earth, low spine to belly, thoracic spine to earth, cervical spine to sky, skull draping into the earth. And notice how your spine moves with the breath. And can your whole spine know the earth? Feel the support of everything beneath and above and to the sides. Expanding or resting into the support that is here and available in this moment. Bring one hand towards your belly and bring one hand towards your sternum. above your heart. Notice your hands moving with the breath. You might find an up and down movement, and you might also find that your hands move slightly apart on the inhale and slightly towards each other on the exhale. So this is describing the movement of your spine. One part of your breath, the front of the spine elongates, and then one part of your breath, the back of your spine elongates. And then again, simply resting and open attention, just melting into support, melting into movement. Reminding areas of tension or areas of lightness that there is support. And again, being gentle with yourself. And we'll gently allow a little bit of movement to come in. So you can wiggle your hands, maybe release your legs down in front. Maybe find a great big yawn in your face or in your whole body. And as you're ready, roll to your side. And find a few breaths here. Notice what it's like to offer the weight of your body through the side body. And notice what it's like to receive support through the side body. And with the help of your hand, come up to your seat. Once seated, give yourself a little jiggle, a little wiggle, a little shake. Again, like you're unposturing, reminding any areas of tightness or lightness that there's support. And then find a pause. Feel your weight and receive support. Notice how you feel. I feel different. Thank you for practicing with me. Let's close with a bow.